Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is another value-added connection conversation show. We're providing value so that you can listen and actually implement some of the ideas, the strategies, the tips that we talk about with my guests. I want to make sure that just a couple housekeeping. Make sure if you're coming on live right now, hashtag live, on the replay, hashtag replay. And either or, I need you to drop a comment of where you're watching from. And if you have a business, drop that business and or your website. Let's use this to network as well. YouTube loves commenting. So we'd love for you to comment. If you have emojis, if you're following, listening along, drop a couple of a fist or thumbs up if you agree with what we're talking about. If you have questions, don't hesitate. Drop them in the comments. And at the end, don't forget to check out the description of for the guests information so you can connect. You can recommend them on their services. So let me bring on a good friend of mine. What's up, John? How are you, man?
What's up? I'm doing
How's it
good.
going,
I'm doing
brother?
good. It's like we were talking a little bit beforehand. I'm setting up the new office in a new space, so dealing with all that.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting. It's definitely something that is for in our world is needed. You have to have a location to rock out your business, and I'm happy for you. And for those that don't know who you are, can you give us an intro of who you are and what you do?
Sure. Jonathan Casillas, Casillas Capital Partners. I wear my own swag because, if I'm going to wear somebody's logo, it might as well be mine. I am a consultant for commercial financing, what most people call a broker. There's some legal terms in some states, so I just call myself a consultant. It's easier that way.
Yeah.
The other thing is I don't look at myself like a broker. I truly look at myself like a consultant. And the difference to me is I will tell you even if you can technically afford a loan, I'll tell you not to take one real fast. It's not, this is going to put you under, it's too close with debt service. It's whatever. And if it's not a good deal, I'm gonna let you know. The client will do what the client does.
Yeah.
But I try to do everything as if I'm the business owner taking on the debt. So would I take on this debt? Does the business owner have an exit strategy that's solid? Does he have a contingency to that exit strategy? And if not, the likelihood is I'm going to tell you not to do it. Because we'll get into probably a little later. But I'm prior service, and the one thing you learn about in the Army is your first plan never works out.
Yeah, that is very true. And before we even get into it, John, pause for a second. Don't forget, and I want to go back to what you said as far as guys, those that are watching, if you're talking to client or a professional and they're pushing you for their product or their service, run. That's not who you should be working with. As John said, helping others and giving them the information, what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Sometimes, hey, we're in the commission-based businesses, right? So we don't get paid. We're not guaranteed money coming in. So just so those that are watching, what John's saying, he's going to give you and tell you not to take something he's not getting paid. Will it take some time to work with you and get you to the point down the road? Yes, and that's what he's, that's his superpower, if you will, that he's throwing out there, helping others, because he knows the more he puts out as far as good, it's going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good business, if not a good person. And I'm not saying I'm a good person. I try to be, but it's just good business. I can help you go one loan, two loans, and know that you're going to go under, or I'm going to tell you, no, this is what you need to fix. Fix this. And what's great, and Shawn, you know it personally, I don't get in the insurance business. That's your world.
Yep.
I don't get into health insurance. That's somebody else. I don't get into the lawyers and the CPAs. That's somebody else. You need to talk to Shawn. You need to talk to Devin. You need to talk to Matt. You need to talk to these people that are professionals in that space. I know you need them. I know you can get a better price with them or a better rate or a better coverage or whatever it is, but talk to them. When they tell me you're ready, we'll move forward. Until then, I mean, and I've had people, no, I want it. That's fine. I will do whatever the client wants. At the end of the day, you're the client. But I will put it in writing, specifically by email.
Yeah.
So that when it comes back and it goes wrong, I told you, I'm not the guy. I'd rather not take a deal that's going to go bad than make some money and know it's going to go bad. I've been doing the commercial side since 2009. If it's out there, I've probably seen it.
It hurts you if there's a buyback, probably too, right?
No, because I do real estate.
Because it's the broker side, so you're not gonna. It's not you.
It depends on the type of brokering. I don't do
Gotcha.
MCA, merchant cash advances. One, I think they're kind of predatory. They fit a certain specific buyer, a certain specific user. But a lot of companies out there, and this is not the conversation, but just I don't like the icky feeling.
Yeah.
The other thing is that certain deals, they are buybacks, but I'm not worried about a buyback. If I have enough leads and enough business coming in, the buybacks are just the cost of doing business.
Right.
That being said, if I know a buyback is coming because I've seen this before, I'm going to tell you, this is not going to work. And like I said, it's just good business. I want to do it like I'm the one taking the debt. It just comes down to that. In the morning, I have to be able to look at my kids. I can't tell my kids, and I have 4 daughters. I can't tell my kids do the right thing when I'm a sleazebag.
Right.
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I need to be able to take hey, the wife, she's a teacher, and she goes, hey, how's business today? Business is good. We lost 3 deals. We did 2 deals, but the 2 deals we did are solid. I'm good with that. I'd rather do 2 solid deals a week or, whatever it is than 10 solid deals, 10 deals, knowing 7 of them are going to go under. That's just, it makes me icky.
Yeah. No, it goes back to what you said earlier, as far as you're wearing your brand. I'm wearing my brand. It's what we focus on. That's what our specialty is. Like Jon said, if it's something else that he's not doing, he's punting, but he's punting to people he has a relationship with. Not just some random, call this person just for the hell of it. Maybe they're getting a kickback. I don't know. But it's something that you got to make sure you have solid relationships, that you're able to build business and keep it in-house. I always say, keep it in the, in our family.
Keep it in the network.
Right. If we do that, it's
like
good
I said,
business.
With you, I have 2 insurance guys. I have you. I have health insurance. You don't do health insurance.
No.
The guy I do health insurance with, he's great at health insurance. You're pretty much everything else.
Right.
If Shawn can't get it done, I can't help you.
Right.
I'm not going through Google and hoping. I know how you take care of your clients. I know how you take care of people. Whether there's a kickback or a payback or not really my concern.
Right. I just share that because that's how some people work. That's
and we do it with some referral partners, and we don't do it with others. It's whoever works. I'm okay with it. I'm not saying it's negative or positive. It just is.
Right. Yep.
But that's not why I send people to certain people. I have 1 or 2 insurance people. I have 1 or 2 attorneys. I have quite a few title companies because that's a little different.
Yeah.
But insurance, title, CPAs, I've got 2 CPAs. That's it. If these guys can't help you, it probably can't get done, or it's going to get done wrong. And that's not me.
And just like Jon was saying, he's got 4 daughters. I got 4 kids too, man. We're being honest. We're transparent. We have to make sure we're providing for our families. We are mentors for our kids. These are all things that are going on. And if you are one that just likes to shop the hell out of people all the time, that's fine. We have you. We deal with it as well. But we also want you to know we're all family men. We're here. We're going to be honest. We're going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I did that yesterday. Somebody had like some kind of child care business, and he was paying $900, which is nothing. Like if a kid got hurt in this child daycare, there'd be a problem, right? It's probably in the $2,500 range. And when I was telling him and being honest on where he should be, and he's missing this policy and missing that, he's like, that's too much money. I have low margins. I can't pay that. I'm like, wait a minute. This is for your business. God forbid something happens to the people that are feeding your business. You're going to put yourself in a bad position.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you don't have umbrella policies, you're going to be personally liable. It's just, there's, yeah. Again, that's not my world, but I had that conversation once this morning and once yesterday, the day before. I answer the phone on Saturdays. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I have that all the time. It's, you know, hey, you're too expensive. Okay. You can go with me, who has the years of experience and can break it all down, and it'll take 2 hours walking everything through you. Or you can go with somebody cheaper, but when it goes sideways, you want to see something expensive, hire an amateur, and then
And
have
then
a
they
professional
ghost.
turn around
Yeah.
and fix that problem.
And they'll ghost you too. You'll never hear from them. They'll be like, "Oh, everything's going south." They went south and they're gone. You can't get a hold of them.
I mean, you were talking about family, man. Every client, every lead, once I get on the phone call with them, knows one thing. If I'm with a lender, I don't answer the phone. I'm with the lender. If I'm with the client, I don't answer the phone. I'm with the client. I do block time for each one of
Yeah.
my kids,
Yeah.
so that, you
I
know,
like that.
that's a priority to me. They know that Amaya is Sunday at 2 to 4 and Scarlett is Saturday, you know, whatever. So I block those times. If I'm with my wife, date night, I don't answer the phone. If I'm with my kids, I don't answer the phone. Otherwise, if I'm awake, I answer the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very, very simple. Every lead, every client, every people like you, uh, they know if I'm awake and I'm not with one of those people, you're getting me. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't care if it's 6 o'clock in the morning. This house wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. My wife's a teacher. House is up at 5.
Right.
You want to call me at 6:30 in the morning? Fine. Let's run numbers at 6:30 in the morning. Don't bother me none. As long as I'm not with one of those. And the block time for me, you know, I'm trying to give a little help for other business owners. Block
Yeah.
time for family helps me be able to make sure they're a priority and they know they're a priority, while also being accessible to the clients and leads and business stuff. Because
Yep.
I work from home, separate location, but from home. That can get a little weird sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, because you work from home, you want to work 24/7. But if you don't give your family time, your work will suffer
Hmm.
because your family's suffering. There's a bleed back. If you think otherwise, you might want to look again.
We work so we can have a life. We don't live to work. Like, we love
Absolutely
what we
not.
do, but we want to do things so we can have the money to pay for the things we need, and then what we want, and then go from there.
Yes, but what I was saying was having a problem at home will bleed into
Yep.
work, and
Oh yeah.
having a problem at work can bleed at home. So you need to understand that for me, my family is a priority. When they're good, business is good because I don't have to worry about the family.
Yep.
If I don't keep them as a priority, that stress bleeds into work. That becomes an issue. That's what I was saying.
No doubt about it. There's a few minutes left. I would love for you to give us some final thoughts. I would like to weave in some military, something with military that those that are watching, if they are involved with, maybe you're looking to, build your business, build your team. How can we help you or help them?
Military. Military taught me, and I've quite a few clients that are military. We kind of tend to mesh. They're like, "Oh, you're Army. I did 08. I did 09. Oh, I did two. I had a conversation yesterday, 1974.
Wow.
That was when he was in the Army. You know, it was Pink Floyd and stuff. And I'm like, and we went to the same AIT in Fort Rucker. It was hilarious. But what the military taught me that's good for business is, one, your first plan doesn't survive first contact. That's something we talked about.
Hmm.
Two, I'm very good at seeing the entire battle plan, or the entire picture. And that's why I can see myself more as a consultant, right? Like I was saying, I
Yep.
look at the entire business, not just this finance part. Um, I don't know. I've been doing commercials since I got back from Iraq, so there's that. Um, who I help investors, non-owner occupied residential. We can do owner occupied commercial. That's a separate deal. We can do everything from $100,000 house to a $50 million hotel. We have lenders that cover almost every state. I say almost because the Dakotas can be a pain because of their population problem. They're too sparse. And so if a lender forecloses, it takes the lender way too long to liquidate that property, and that holding costs them money.
Yep.
So there's few. I'm not saying we can't do Dakotas. There's just fewer options. But where we can do everything, but we focus 95% of our business is commercial real estate, whether it's 1 to 4 landlords, flippers, developers, to 500 unit multifamilies, office buildings, doctors' offices. We did a plumber 7 months ago. Yeah, I mean, we love real estate. I mean, I went to New York, a little side story, went to New York to do a broker fair, brought one of my daughters, my 18-year-old with me, and I'm doing comps on real estate I'm never going to buy in New York City because my brain works that way. I love real estate, even when I'm not going to buy the real estate.
If he's in it no matter what, 100%.
I'm in it. My daughter's eating like tacos, street tacos or something from New York City, and I'm running numbers in my head about what that building costs and what it would be to ARV and what the DSCR would be, and it's my daughter's like, "You're running numbers, aren't you?" I'm like, "Can't help it.
Yeah,
kind of just there."
It's when you're passionate about it. It's what it does for you.
It's what it is. Yeah.
But no, John, I don't want to cut you off. I know our time is short. Those that are popping in, definitely please check out the description. Reach out to John for any scenario that you have. Have him take a look at it. John, I appreciate you coming today. And as always, we hope that all of you have an awesome rest of your day.
Thanks, Shawn.